Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a sequel to the surprisingly fun Sonic the Hedgehog 1. No, not that Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog 1.5? Once again, this movie sees Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, as the main villain, who somehow returned to Earth after being left stranded on an unknown planet. But this time, he's brought some backup. Knuckles the Echidna is in this film, so is Tails, bringing a whole Sonic trio to the big screen for the first time. And what a fun ride it was. Video game adaptations are not really well received, and that's for good reason. They're usually not that good, but I have to admit, Sonic might be the best one. It's just fun, it's entertaining, it's enjoyable, and that's for both kids and fans of Sonic in general. It might not be the most faithful adaptation, but what they've done is genuinely good. Knuckles was a standout for me. He was completely amazing, but it's kind of unfortunate because he does sometimes seem to overshadow Tails. And even though for the majority of the film, Knuckles was actually an adversary to them, I was much more interested in the development of him and Sonic's relationship than I was with Sonic and Tails. And that's despite Sonic and Tails being together pretty much the whole movie. But Knuckles was very much this out of place warrior who doesn't really know about Earth, so they took the mick out of him. He was at the forefront of many jokes and provided some very good comedic moments. But despite him being so naive, you could tell that he had morals. But he was just kind of clouded by his overall mission of protecting the Chaos Emerald. But boy, they truly made Knuckles a warrior, and he was powerful. He really came with the strength, Sonic came with the speed, and obviously Tails has his smarts. And the action was very entertaining. It was also very visually pleasant because Sonic is blue, Tails is yellow, Knuckles is red, but they stand out. So when they fight, you can see like the trail and the aura come off them, and it just looked amazing. There's one scene where Knuckles is chasing them and he's on like a pitch black road, and you could just see this streak of red, and it just looks so good. It was also a very, very funny movie. I didn't expect to laugh as much, and I think I laughed more in this one than I did in the first one. It wasn't even sometimes just the jokes. It was just some characters that were just funny. Dr. Eggman's assistant was cracking me up the whole movie. But also there was just like this wholesome feel in the cinema because it was a bunch of families, a bunch of kids. It just felt so positive, it just felt so great, and it only made the experience better. There was actually this one guy behind us, and every joke, I kid you not, he was almost belly laughing. Me and my friend looked at each other like, this guy is really enjoying it because he was laughing at everything. And what I like, yeah, Sonic is like Deadpool kind of because he commentates on real life stuff. So there's one part where he mentions two actors and it is genuinely funny. Of course the kids probably won't understand, but us adults would. And that's another thing, they did cater towards the adults as well. I know they always do that in kids film, they always have their like hidden adult joke, but this one genuinely had a good variety that both kids and adults could understand. Like they were respecting that Sonic fans, pretty much the core Sonic fans, have all grown up, we're all adults now. The film wasn't perfect by any means, but because it was more like a kiddie film, there's so many things I can overlook. One of the things everyone used to say about the first movie is that it felt too focused on the human characters. We came for Sonic and we're getting these random made up humans that take away a lot of the screen time. And I feel like this film is even more apparent because in the first movie, it's about Sonic, it's about Tom, it's about their relationship, it's about Tom essentially becoming exposed to this world of talking super fast hedgehogs and maniac scientists. But now with the introduction of Tails and Knuckles, Sonic has other Sonic-like characters to interact with. We don't need the humans anymore. So now we can focus and go off and be a Sonic adventure. But the human characters still exist in this movie and the film has to sort of juggle that. What they end up doing is having two plots running simultaneously. You have Sonic and his adventure, then you have the humans at a wedding in Hawaii. And even though they do converge at some point, that separation actually makes the human part more evident. It's like the writers actually listened to the criticism from the first movie and decided to remove the humans from the big adventure. But because they didn't remove them completely, we were still cutting back and forth. And because of that constant cutting, the human part stuck out more because it was kind of irrelevant to the rest of the plot. The reason they even do converge is simply because the humans exist. They really didn't need to, but that's not to say the human part was crap. There were some genuinely funny moments in there, but I just feel like it could have been cut out. Like really and truly, this film could have ran with the exact same plot, but just less human scenes. But overall, I think Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was a good movie for both adults and kids. if you're a fan of the first, I think you'll like this one. I feel like they're only going to get better from now on. It has a bright future ahead of it. I'm looking forward to seeing many more of these films. I've heard some people say that they prefer Sonic the Hedgehog 1. I'm not too sure. I think I prefer 2. But then again, I didn't see 1 in the cinema. But I like the direction they're going in. I like the end credit scene. And I can't wait for more of these movies in this series. It has the potential to be the best video game adaptation there is. So, yeah. Tell me what you think if you've seen Sonic. If you haven't, I would recommend go watching it, especially if you're a fan. It's been your boy Sly, and we out.